We should have negotiated who's doing intro, but hello and welcome to week number 3 of Blue Otter League Emerald. We are actually the second stream, so we're covering one of the elimination matches as we have XG Surprise up against XSV Envy. As you can already see, we are straight into the draft. And what is with Ivern getting banned in just Blue Otter Leagues recently? I saw him get banned both games. Actually, no, it was 5 games for Premier League. What the heck? Why you guys like Ivern so much? Apparently. Annoying. I get it. He's annoying. I hate him. Everyone should hate him right now. I they don't need to nerf him. His shielding, double shields are very obnoxious to face off against. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't Xin, Wukong, Vi. Screw it. I would have took a Sejuani at this point. But you pick Maokai? Oh, yeah, that's a bit of a better pick. I mean, you get red side, you get counter pick, and you get not only counter pick jungle, you're gonna get counter pick to end the draft, and you get the best jungler in the game. This is wins on top of wins on top of wins, and you get Sivir, who, depending on the matchup, is really good. Oh, sick. So while all that's happening, I'm gonna do some intros. Hi, I'm Box Kimchi. I'm gonna be your play-by-play for this stream. I'm here with Glorsnacks, who is also doing production and has been muted this entire time. So, oops. Always happens. Jinx, what the hell am I looking at? Like, it's not as bad as the Maokai, but it's like I try not to hound on these teams, but also this draft is not great. I mean, they can execute it. It's not bad. It's just this looks more like a 2023 draft than a 2025 one right now on the side of XG Surprise. Is Surprise spelled wrong intentionally? I just realized I didn't want to be the one to. No, they just misspelled it. It's fine. If someone misspelled it, it's not a big deal. I was wondering if they officially misspelled it. That was gonna be worse. As Oriana take it. This is just a really good draft for Envy. They're just kind of getting away with highway robbery. Oh, are you still muted? Are you still muted? Have you not figured this out? Oh my goodness. So we'll have to fix that in the in between. It's just me for this draft, as I thought Glorsnax finally would be unmuted. He has not been freed from jail. He is trying to add his audio to the OBS. It's not working at the moment. Nivea taken away from the side of Surprise or Surprise, depending on who you ask. His Aatrox going to be banned away from this top side. We're not going to see Mbessa, because I mean, it depends. Those two, they're best friends. We'll see if they play against each other once again, as that seems to be the most popular top lane matchup at the moment, as Nami actually going to be taken away from this Jinx pairing. Very good. She likes free move speed. She likes her opponent standing still for a couple seconds, and she likes a lot of healing, so that makes a lot of sense. Get rid of. The Lulu is still available if they do want to go for it. With Jinx pairing, just any enchanter is good with Jinx. It's a hyper carry. It does what it says. It does what it says on the tin. What does Surprise want to get? As Glorsnax agrees, I don't know if he's added his audio at this point. He's fighting the machine. It won't. Oh boy. We'll figure it out when we get to a break. As Nautilus going to be the final ban for this Sivir. Not an Alistar. Is they're just going to be free to take the Ornn, as that is kind of, besides Galio, the go-to counter pick for the Rumble. I would say Ornn better team fight than Galio. Galio better cross mapping. So pick your poison or your advantage. Both of them play well into the Rumble. Ornn does lose it a little bit harder because you can't CS as much, as it will be Lulu, the Face Sorceress, everyone's favorite champion to hear laugh and say pick 17 times per second. What do they want mid? They do have the Oriana. Is this going to be a Syndra? We could see Victor. Both of those will put me to sleep, but those are like the optimal counters to the champion, as much as we all hate to see it. And it will be the 2017 Classic. Faker Crown matchup of a lifetime. Syndra Oriana. Oh boy. Get excited for nothing to happen in mid lane for 15 minutes. And we could just get Alistar. I say Alistar all the time, but it's like it's Alistar. He does everything. He's one of the best champs for no reason. He's easily one of the best supports. No, that's Ornn. Trying to quote the LS thing that I also haven't learned. I've been trying to learn it and have not put in the effort, unfortunately. But Leona going to round out the draft. This is actually really good lockdown from Envy. As I keep saying, this is actually when it's just it's a factual statement though. They got free Leona, which can pair with the Wukong and the Orianna, who both want to go in with that Shockwave combo, lead into the Ornhorn, choo choo. Your whole team gets wiped. It's not like it's impossible to fight back on surprise. They do have some decent lockdown with the Maokai, but it's going to take a lot more to set up as really the Maokai is their engage unless they could hit some kind of scatter the weak onto a squishy target and let that be the jump-in point. Otherwise, besides a combo of ultimates, we're going to be seeing a lot of raw rumble ults and a lot of running at the enemy team, but trying to play in this awkward mid-range dead zone because they do at least have the range advantage. Like Syndra Jinx do outrange Sivir Orianna for the most part. It's just the issue of can you stop the Wukong or the Ornn or the Leona from jumping in onto your team and creating chaos? As this is just a pretty standard front to back for XSV. That is a bad chain of letters. Oh my goodness. It looks cool, but it is a painful chain of letters to say. XSV Envy. Glor Snacks, who you got on this one? Because you are. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to translate. I'm gonna have to transcribe here for the for the viewers as OBS is being a pain. Sorry, I got a Discord message right there, so I can't read anymore. Apparently, a pain in the neck. Oh, so you're giving them the double question marks as we're gonna open with the first translate. This is like an interview. This is like an interview in a foreign language. I get to be a translator from English to English. Uh, Glor enjoy as the microwave is going off. XSV Envy has the better draft. XG, he's not a fan of the Maokai, which is what we did agree on before he realized he was muted as we were trying to back and forth. That wasn't an option, but let's see. What are the rest? Let's see. Everything else. I'm gonna. I think they did actually counterpick with the. I think yeah, this is their counterpick into the Sivir actually, just so you know. But does not like the Jinx pick, at least the high prio Jinx pick, because it means that or I guess what he's trying to say is more of the Jinx pick with like no insulation. You don't draft a tank top lane. You barely draft a jungle. You don't really have this kind of Orianna or Victor that can create space situation. You have a lot of people who do damage and no one to eat said damage. So the Jinx in danger, according to Glor Snacks, which I think is a pretty accurate take given the fact that Wukong is really free actually to just jump onto this Jinx or Syndra. Pick your carry, whichever carry you hate more, you get for free. No, Raw Dog ultis. He's talking about the Rumble and its late game effects. It does lose lane as well. That might be a small problem, actually. It's going to eventually start losing lane because Ornn just stops dying. He is the ultimate champion to ever exist in terms of tankiness and equal damage output. And I did briefly mention it, like, besides Maokai ulti, if you hit a good Maokai ult, you get everything you want. Otherwise, this Rumble's just gonna have to really hope the enemy team lines up for him nicely so he can hit these ults because you don't got the Pop Blossom, you don't have a Cataclysm. I mean, it was only a Jarvan ban. Did the Jarvan ban pressure you that much into getting the Maokai? The mic the mic has died a little bit. I'll just give you a heads up before anything possibly goes wrong there. But he also is Glorsnack saying that the tankiness really is just this Maokai. I will add in there's some occasional rumble tankiness with his shield. Also, depending on his build, if he wants to go for that Leandris, he will be a little tankier. But it is just a tank Maokai. Hopefully, I mean, you can't really afford to go Leandris in this situation either because you're really the only meat shield your team has because who else is making space for you? Like Syndra barely makes space occasionally. Like she can make space with Scatter the Weak, but that's all the space she's gonna be able to take. And then she's another control mage. But she has worse area control. Wow, this XG draft is pretty tough. And as I mentioned at the top of the stream, both of these teams 0-2. A loss sends you into the consolation bracket. So if you want to keep your hopes at winning the title alive, you gotta win here. And it doesn't seem like XG Surprise putting their best foot forward, feet forward, best foot singular collective forward against XSV Envias. It is, I think Glorsnax and I are both agreeing that it's a pretty good draft gap coming into this game. Yeah, actually, I will send it over to break as we are entering stream or not stream delay. Sorry, I always mix those two up. As we are entering the spec delay, so we're gonna buy as much time for Glorsnax to hopefully fix the audio setup. We hope you guys stick around for game number 1. And we are back. Probably could unpause the game. Sorry, Glorsnax is still AFK, and by AFK, I mean absolutely missing the audio mixer.
Oh, there
We're
we
gonna
go.
have to fight it.
Oh,
Wait, it's fixed?
yeah, there we go. I think I have it now.
Problem solved?
Yeah, think everything should be good. Okay, I think stream can hear
Never
me.
mind. Let's go.
All right.
One of us. I hope one of us has chat open just in case this is a lie and we're being absolutely baited by OBS.
I really hope I'm not, because that
I would also
would
hope
suck.
so. That would absolutely suck. But this is like the most equal 5-point ever. Like, this is the most symmetrical 5-point ever. Look at this thing.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
it's perfect. The only thing that
I
would
know,
be perfect is Rumble and Orn standing next to each other hugging, you know?
Unfortunately, I don't think these guys are big friends, so they aren't keen on doing that, sadly. But we've seen some, at every level, including the World Championships, we've seen the top laners say hello to each other, do some dancing, trade some autos, you know.
Nice little ward
Like,
there.
everyone's favorite word to get. Yes, every support feels so proud. As a support main, I like me some good vision control.
So thoughts on it being Maokai Jungle instead?
I don't like it.
With the
I don't
green
like.
smite,
I didn't.
so
Oh, green smite. I'm not a big jungle enthusiast, so I don't know a ton about the different smites. I do know vaguely what they do.
that's the shield smite.
I don't know, I just feel like I never see green smite besides like Sedge.
Yeah, it's a very rare smite to see. Definitely
Well, yeah, we're
not
out of tank
popular.
jungle meta. Thank God we're out of tank jungle meta.
Alright, so are you saying you don't miss Skarner? He's coming back soon.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Let's
he
not
is.
bait ourselves. He did get a little changes, some trades going down here in bot lane, but nothing crazy. Should just be some simple trades across the lane. As Captain Phil is not afraid of Tuba. Tuba trading a little too close. You don't need to be that close to use the Flame Spitter, buddy. I think he knows this. I think he knows as he's scaring him away.
It's still a tough matchup, you know. You do eventually lose some of it early.
Hey, you win until you lose as this rumble. So this lane is quite literally take as much advantage as you can while Ornn is weak and can't trade you back as hard and can't eat your damage yet. And get as much gold and XP as you can before that happens. As nice jump in onto the Lulu. There should not be a polymorph available, and Nella's gonna take a good amount of damage, but it's responded in kind of spiritless, was free to get some missiles down, and this is the advantage Jinx has. A lot of range. But if your Lulu dies, it doesn't really matter, I guess.
That's true. Oh,
Trade one. Trade one for Captain Phil. Warning, warning. It's not the best Rumble skin. I also don't have the best Rumble skin, so I feel bad.
you don't have the best Rumble skin. Come on, man.
I don't have Super Galaxy, and it makes me so sad every time.
That's
Tuba
the
should
greatest
just
one.
win this trade. It is such a good skin, and I'm sad as Captain Phil flat for flash, and it's just too little, too late, and well, that's kind of the Ornn can't eat the damage yet. He has no magic resist, no bonus HP. You gotta just be a little more patient with your trades there, Captain.
Yeah, it was really tough there. He just wanted to keep pushing
Oh.
the leather. Oh.
Sudeck?
Oh.
Tuba doesn't have flash. I forgot. I was waiting for the flash, and I was like, oh yeah, he doesn't have it.
Oh, wait. He doesn't actually have to go back there with the E. If he doesn't E there, I think he's fine, unironically.
Maybe he gets his recall off.
Maybe.
It's a bit of a tricky predicament.
But
You do have to. I feel like you just stick it no matter what. You just stick it. He has to walk into you anyways.
yeah.
He's sweeper.
Let
Yeah,
him
he has
take
to
some
run into
tower
you.
damage, at least.
I don't know, do something. Believe. Stick your recalls. Unless they're really bad, then don't. Is this gonna be a bad recall? He's on the other side of the wall. His circle's just big. No, he's actually just getting walked on by this Wukong. Never mind, I lied. Ziggy taking a good amount of damage, stopping to auto the Scryer's Bloom. Interesting tech, and this is more of what Rumble lanes look like.
Yep.
The Ornn standing halfway across the lane as the Rumble gets to slow push. Everyone's favorite time of year.
And now we play the patient game with them.
Maybe we don't.
Over under
I don't know, these
when
players-
Ornn can touch
Oh.
the wave again.
Soon, he's pushing it in as Spiritless getting jumped on pretty heavy. Evil just not really in range to get a ton of damage down. Hold on, let's see. Ornn might be... It's coming up on his tower, so he will be able to touch the wave. He can't possibly freeze it. Look at the size of this thing. And he's just hitting Tuba. No, you don't. You're taking way too much, and he drops cannon. This is like a triple stacked wave. I hope he catches most of it, because if not, this is going to be a really painful existence for him later on.
As items have come out, Sheen for the Wukong, Bombies completed for the Maokai,
This was
most
actual
mid
tank
lanes.
Maokai. Actual
Both
tank?
Coles for the ADCs, Boots versus Ruby Crystal support, and mid lane it's a Mana Crystal and Amp Tone, and Refillable versus Tier Glowing Moat. As Capital wants to fight, but I don't think
Captain,
he can.
stop it. Captain Phil, stop it. You're getting destroyed up there. You can't trade him. He has the equalizer now, and you have no mana. How do you have no mana? How much have you been spending on trying to trade this dude? Too much is the answer, but
There is something that has just entered the orange inventory.
this is a cool. So I don't hate it normally. It's not obviously something you want to always go for. It's a tech item at best, usually in a lane where you have farm advantage. Or you can't touch the wave this game. Like, this is going to take a while to stack. It's not a super late call, which is at least something. As turret plating over to Tuba, pretty nice. It's not a late call, which is, I think, the bigger issue is when you build these starter items super late, but the core problem is he can't farm. He's resetting.
Yeah, it's really tough.
What is going on? He has to reset. He has no TP.
No real mana, but Sutek is here, so able to hopefully align with
Can he
that.
freeze this? No, he can't. Tuba just does that. He can't freeze the wave.
Oh, Flash.
Oh, Flash, yeah, just Ziggy existing on the map means Flash force. Ornhorn goes down. Sutek can make this play pretty nice. Equalizer does not connect. Tuba just trying to burn as much as he can, but just can't get the autos onto Captain Phil, and it's going to be a second kill in the pocket of Sutek. And helping his Ornn clear the wave and stealing about half of it. That's called tax, buddy.
Yep. You get your wave in a decent state, gotta pay the jungler tax.
Jungle tax. Everyone's favorite. Everyone loves it. It's totally fair, and the jungles apply it with reason. Within reason, they apply jungle tax. It's not they just show up in your lane and steal it. Totally. They would never. Not even the once.
I've just been informed that the overlay is completely messed up on the stream. My fault.
Oh, no. Well, more figuring out as Jinx Sivir 1v1. Sivir does not win. This is on the hunt, is burned. Little positioning fight over Void Grubs. Ulti unavailable right now for Tuba and Captain Phil. Both junglers do have their ults. Both mid laners have their ults. And that was nowhere to be found. First grub over pretty easily.
That went
How's
to
the rest
Ziggy.
of this going to go? Tuba just can't really lane the damage. Nature's Grasp going to find two. So much damage going on to Sutek, and he's forced to flash away as Valter continue to go forwards, jumping in onto ZZ5. Has to flash away from his own engage. And this should just be pretty free grums and potentially chased down from the side of XG. Surprise, and well, they split the early objectives, and that's a 3-0 especially. That's really nice as Canella maybe disrespecting. Nice shockwave. Valter with the solar flare drops the sun on their heads. The heal comes out, but ZZ5 drops, and it's Feet of Warfare over to the side of XSV Envy. And there's no response. Ziggy can't really get in there without risking his life. I believe that is the rotation up from Evil. No, that is not. Oh, that's the rotation up from Sutek. Hi, Sutek. Welcome back to Society or something. I don't know.
That Grubs fight, it got exactly what you wanted there. If you're XG, you're able to get a lot there as Capville does the
Flash just expired on the Brittle proc. Wait, he has the ulti soon. He's gonna die before he can use it. No, does not go on cooldown. Most importantly, though, that is like the crucial thing with that ult. Does not go on CD because he could not channel the initial call.
Yeah, but going back to that Grubs fight,
I mean, he still dies.
Very good way that they spaced that fight for them is right. Capville not having that ultimate did use it earlier on the jungle gank, so it's a timing issue when you do want to contest it, right? Sutek almost getting fully bursted out and falling, and then just the re-engage by Canela, able to just bait them into a way where Leona does have that advantage over Lulu, does have that 6, able to drop the Solar Flare, do a ton more CC lockdown there. It's just unfortunate as the play kept going on that Cathville does lose in the 1v1 as...
He has the Ornhor. He's way too close to the turret to actually, like, benefit from this. Yeah, he's way too close to the turret. He can't continue to go forwards and actually, like, you know, searing charge. Or else he dies as... Oh, what a... Yes, there we go. Supportal combat. And that's my favorite time of... My favorite part of the game is watching the two supports battle as a support main. I get it. You're tickling the enemy and you don't do any damage. So you might as well beat up the one person you have comparable damage to. It's a fair fight.
Yeah, honestly. Another interesting note there is that Sivir is up a lot of CS over the Jinx.
Oh, that's a whole 20 CS advantage. That's odd because they did not really... Like, neither one left lane. Both of them stayed in the bot side for the entire time that fight was happening. Neither of them went to Grubs or went to the mid play. This early advantage going to early river control.
Look at the grass.
Grass going out. Oh, 1v1 up at top lane. Screw that. We don't have to worry about it as Tuba wins it. They get the Drake with the super mega death rocket. They get one kill to go with it as well. But now flipping the fight in their favor. The Sivir Ori doing so much damage, and it's ZZ5 running for their life. Nice 3-man scatter the weak, but you're on the wrong half of lane. Unleash power doesn't take out Evil Fallen, and Evil just burning the barrier just to be safe. It's 2 for Jinx, 2 for the Ori. It's a 4 for 1 in the long play. But they do at least delay the Drake stacking and get themselves a second stack of that feat of monster slaying.
Yeah, really well played there. You know, the initial fight blowing up Sutek, making sure all of the damage has been done onto that Wukong, but the problem is trying to continue the fight afterwards, you know? You're not able to just have anything worthwhile left in that fight, and now you just give the Orianna and the Sivir just a fast track into this game. And Orianna, of course, will have that item completed as soon as she finishes this base. Now, with the bounty of 350, as Essence Reaver's completed for Sivir, Jinx still not having that first item yet either. Very, very tough.
And it's going to be Wild Arrow, so it's actually going to take a little bit of time to come online, unlike the Essence Reaver, probably IE Rush that we're going to see from Evil. No, actually, it's going to be PD or Runan. It's probably PD. It's Sivir. Nice jump in onto Spiritless Cleanse Force. Will it be able to actually get them away from the Solar Flare? But so much damage coming on from Evil with these crits on the ricochets. Boomerang Blade just not going to find it. And the huge 5 burned as well. As that is just an objective win as ZZ5 caught. Shockwave comes through. And Canela, 4-0-2, is bloody loaded in this mid lane. And is a homicidal maniac, as it turns out.
Yeah, another good play there. XSV just pushing their tempo. As,
there's nice punish.
Ultimate. Canela, no flash.
No flash. You're a very immobile AP carry. Incredibly well played. They get the gold onto the Rumble as well, who's already up Leandrews at 18 CS. This is pretty much the exact response you want, even if it's not really doing a ton still to put a dent in the gold. This Orianna's still very ahead. The Syndra's still very behind. Actually, can we get a check on the Syndra stackage, if possible?
Yes, of course. Syndra is at 58 right now.
58. Oh, Captain Phil, but he's going to be able to get his ulti off here, and that means Brittle Proc comes through, but he doesn't have any follow-up damage at the moment. Needs a W to survive the Leandre's burn and the Flame Spitter, but doesn't have enough health. Doesn't have that Volcanic Rookern yet. 0-4 on the Ornn, and ouch. That's all I got.
Yeah, you know, that Cole looks worse and worse as the game continues on.
It's not, yeah, it hasn't gotten better, shockingly. Yeah, shocking that the 6.5 minute Cole purchase on the Ornn into a losing lane has not looked better as the game has gone on. I can't believe it. Look at the Sivir damage into the squishy. Jinx is ZZ5 forced to flash away. Flash follow from Sutek. Unleash power, not enough. Even with a turret shot coming through. And they're bullying this Orianna. Or they're bullying the Syndra. Sutek burned alive, though, in response. And can Tuba pick up this one last kill? They don't have the flash. Oh, the flash from Tuba with the Electro Harpoon lands the slow. And this guy's 7-2-0. as this is the win con right now for XG Surprise.
Yeah, okay, so it's the Tuba show. Who needs
That sounds like
winning other lanes when Tuba is able to go 7-2 on the Rumble and try to hard carry this game as the TP comes up from top? Jinx does lose that first tower though. And, you know, it's something really tough. Walter?
Oh, it caught Walter, but he's actually able to get the Zenith Blade right to the other side of Ziggy before he punches. So he goes back into turret, actually. But most importantly for that turret on the bot side from Canella, not from Canella, sorry, I believe that was from Evil and they reset. They get the feats of strength. They have those upgraded boots, or they have the strong boots, and now they have the potential to upgrade those boots should the econ allow it.
Another thing to note as well is that Orianna, look at her tier, already has the Seraphs. Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. 2 spells away, so literally QW away. And then we're coming up on what I assume is Blackfire, given that it's a second. It doesn't look like they're building Mask. I cannot imagine they're building a health item with an Amp Tome. That would be really impressive, actually. I don't think Mask builds out of Amp Tome, though. Oh, it could be Bloodletters. That's also... No, wait, that also builds out of Mask. This is such a bait from Evil here, actually. You see you see the jukes coming through, even with the polymorph. I think Sivir keeps her move speed from her passive, funny enough, in the polymorph. So she's just slightly faster than all the other harmless critters.
Yeah, another big problem here is just the map assignments. Capital just gets a free top tower all by himself.
Or you don't want to give this guy free lane.
Yeah.
Guys, he's 34 stacks away. He gets the 400 gold. He's 34 stacks away from his coal. You guys can't give him that.
Now Herald is being taken on the top side for Sutek and XSV. And now the question is, where do you drop that? Do you wait the 5 minutes, drop that for the next dragon fight?
They could try and drop him. There's the jump in. That's onto Vulture, though. They're going to miss the ulti. Actually, Evil walking onto it, and they're trying to jump in onto this Sivir, but they're not going to be able to get it. Vulture picks up the first kill of this fight as the teleport coming in. Nice shockwave onto Ziggy, and they're going to drop already as Ordhorn, voodoo bong. Oh, it doesn't get to connect with it. Does get the initial hit, so it gets an assist, but it's a double for Canella, and they show who's the better AP carry. It is the robot cyborg child thing that is canonically in a very weird spot, and yep, I was gonna say they're gonna use it to open up mid before they rudely interrupted my thoughts, and they are gonna get 2 mid-tier, or well, the mid-tier 2 along with the tier 1, and that is well, you just handed over a 3 for nothing.
Yeah, you know, Tuba gets the ultimate, drops it down, Evil Falling gets rooted, good Maokai ultimate, finding a lot of space there as well, but the problem is that, wait a second, Canella.
Ooh. Canella in a lot of danger. Sivir does win these just straight up burst plays. Nice flash, but misses the QW, and that's just going to be the end there. No way. Has another shield from the E, but no. Just not enough spell rotations. It was the Leandre's. Mask built out of Ruby Crystal. Okay, it does build out of Ruby Crystal Amp. I didn't know it built out of Ruby Crystal Amp. I thought it was just, what do you call it? HP. But no, it gives some AP. Good to know.
Okay.
A big gold pickup?
80 stacks for Syndra, but, you know, talking about that last fight, you know, it was able to get enough there. The problem is that you're the only one going on this Sivir, and Sutek, instead of going forward to find maybe the 3 or 4 man, just going back, focusing the only real problem on the XG team, you know, this Rumble, as now XSV commits a little bit of a blunder as well. They will lose the top tower for free, no real trade back there, as they do send Ornn bot.
You are going to eventually lose those. Oh yeah, top jungle, that's a lot of vision. Just a little bit of wards coming through, and thank you, XSV, for giving us a little ping of those wards. Very convenient for us to make it even easier to identify where the vision control is gone. As you're fine giving up that top tier 1 for the most part. You'd love to trade it for something, but it was pretty weak already from the pounding that Tuba gave it in the early game, and eventually no team really keeps their tier 1s unless they're absolutely steamrolling the opponent. So it's only 300 gold at this point, or 400 gold, not the end of the world. With the advantage that you've built, with a 3,000 gold advantage, I think you can give them a 300 gold stimulus. As, oh my god, guys, we've made it. The cull is finished.
Woo! Time it.
Let's go. There it is.
1947.
1947 goal completion. Oh
So,
boy.
a thing I was going to mention before they start throwing all these wards is that look at the difference of vision in here. As
Oh,
Suta,
Tuba jumped on as there's a solar flare connecting as well. The equalizer onto himself, but no one is really taking any damage from it. Even Canella is pretty chill with it now. From downtown, called the Forge God. It's called on you, Nella. You shall perish, specifically to the Forge God. And it's a 3-0 while they were trying to reclaim their own jungle vision. And this should be an on-spawn Atacon take with no contest. There is no Super Mega Death Rocket. And there's a lot of damage coming out from this Sipper. Wukong is ZZ5 thinking about it and hits Volter. So, did negative damage, basically.
yeah, and another thing, the vision game is what won them that because, XSV has so much vision across the map. 3 pink wards down, the tri vision in the top side of the tower, and realistically, the only vision for XG is a pink ward on their Red River Bush. There's no other vision on the map for them. The map is completely dark for them, other than their minions.
Have you noticed that? They haven't had their red buff stolen since that ward's gone up, I'll have you know. Very important ward.
That is a very important ward.
Ornament. I was going to mention it briefly before these guys decided to break out into pure chaos again, as seems to be a trend. We're coming up on the... Well, we just got the first ornament, the Canic Rookern evolved, and next level will be another one. Likely onto Evil, who went for the Flicker Blaze. Okay, it's Flicker Blazes. Oh, that's all the way back onto Spiritless. And they're going to get a huge CC chain. The Equalizer is really nice, but it's only hitting onto Sutek, who's pretty tanky at this point. Scout of the Week, not going to find anything. Sutek finally going to drop to Tuba, but the carry of this team is down in exchange for the jungler. Volter just gets it, but Volter is way too deep. Jinx going to pick up a big shutdown. Do they want to go and try and get something with this excitement? As Spiritless does have that for about 3 more seconds, will be unexcited and very normal now. Very chill about everything, as it seems we've chilled. But Sutek down right before Drake spawn means that this is a win con for... Oh, that's not the charge we wanted. But this is a win con for XG. Is blue. That's Captain Phil finding something big, is on the flank, actually. Canella going to chunk out Nellas. There's the jump in onto Evil Fallen, as they're just going to lose their ADC in exchange, but ZZ5 going to find the shutdown onto the other AD carry. As the teleport coming in now from Tuba. He's respawned, and he wants to kill this Ornn again. He's been doing it all game, and he wants one more, because why not? But Captain Phil is pretty tanky, as there's the Protect coming through to keep him alive for a little longer. I think they've actually stalled the Drake. How the hell have they stalled out the Dragon through all of this? As the health bars are too low.
What a crazy fight, man. It's just bloody. As soon as XG finds
the
Sucker Punch, they instantly
We're going again.
Respond. Oh, can
Drake is up.
this?
Drake. No, they absolutely cannot. I don't know how these teams are. You never know with some of these teams. Okay, they do make the correct call that it's only second Drake over to XSV, so you can sacrifice the Dragon, but you never know. Both of these teams on the verge of being sent to consolation instead of playoffs, so desperate times, desperate measures, you know?
Yeah, as we look again, Sintra still at 94 right now.
Oh, you want that 100 at least. 100's nice. 120 is obviously the peak of it, and is a half Rabadons for your AP. Well, that's exactly what Rabadons is, so half Rabadons. This Jinx too. I mean, Jinx is kind of even in items, is about to be down a whole item. Ignore that, though. Yeah, that's about 2,300 gold. That's a lot. It's a little bit of money.
It is a lot, especially when you realize that the only gold lead on
Wait, the Drake or the red buff, or the blue buff resetting, as there's the jump in onto Nella. Solar Flare connects onto Ziggy, and 3-man shockwave for Canella, as it's 1 for him, 1 for Evil Fallen. It's a 1 over to Sutek, and 1 more, why not, for Evil, as this is a bloodbath over the blue buff.
Yeah, honestly, props to XSV. They've come into the second half of the game playing a lot better. XG just only able to find 1 lead on that top side. Maokai not able to really do a lot there.
No, this is a big overcommit, unfortunately, from Tuba. Desperate times, desperate measures, just what I was saying. Volter gonna get a second kill. This game is Knight's Vow Rush is unfathomable. That is crazy, Volter.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Knight. Knight's Vow Rush in this meta is wild. I respect the hell out of it, honestly. Oh, that's yeah, that's Infinity Edge for Evil. So if you thought Evil was hitting pretty hard already, it's gotten about 65% worse in the literal sense.
Yeah, and now I think another issue of it of now is how do you find a way to allow this rumble to sort of cook in these team fights when your Jinx is so behind, not really a factor in this game
Upgraded
as
Essence Reaver, that was a miscommunication. Oops, as they're just jumping in onto Ziggy.
oh,
They're just
but
gonna try locking down his
Sutek is on
Sutek
the
into the
other.
back line. The Ornn was just the entry point as Sutek is spinning them, and he's cleaning them up like a washing machine. As one goes over to Volter, by the way, just because we have the true hyper carry on the Rift, the
True.
Leona. But it's 3 and a pretty easy angle for Bear, and this is not even going to be on the Rift for a minute by the time they're done with it. This might be GG.
You think it's already over?
I mean, there's technically win cons. Like, if you get some fights, that's always a win con, obviously. But you're down 9k at this phase of the game. Your Jinx is down a full item at this point. Your Syndra's about to be down half an item, especially at death cap. That's very important because of how much of an AP boost it gives you. Your Maokai's a non-factor. Your Rumble is quite literally your only carry, and you have no one to set up for him.
Well, I still believe.
You can, but I mean, we've seen Tuba absolutely take over fights, so there's definitely an angle where they come back, and this Tuba's been the rock this team needs to rely on. But really the other win con is they make this game take an insane amount of time so that they can get Spiritless online with 4 items.
Honestly, I think the way you have to approach it is you have to give up those next 2 dragons, right? It's
It's
just
gonna
not
hurt,
worth
but you
it.
gotta do it at this point. You can't really fight.
Yeah. And then you have to followfully scale enough time to where your Syndra can one-shot somebody important. And that would be your answer, as I think she just hit the next tier upgrade. I think she's now currently...
If it's 120, then that's unless it's 100. I would hope they hit 100 considering
That's
it. Okay,
100.
102. We just hit 100. That's kind of tough, but that means you have the execute on your ultimate now. I think it starts at like a 15% max health execute and scales up based on not stacks, based on AP. It might be, I'm not sure actually. It
No,
might
it's
just be
just
a flat
15
number.
base.
It's 15 flat? I don't know. They add so much stuff in this game. Everyone needs an execute these days, okay?
Yep, as the Baron and push is now going to keep on going as Capto going in front of his team, taking a little bit of beating, but he can take it.
I think he can. He might be a little tanky. Look at this. He hasn't died since... Well, he died actually once. But he's only died once since that Nightmare laning phase. So, yep, that's just Ornn for you. Nice 2-man stun. Connecting onto Spiritless and Nella. As there's the forced ulti from the Lulu. The Ornn horn coming through. That's 2 found with it. As it's on full dive onto the entire enemy team. Forget the backline. It's everyone in this. And it's 4. Ziggy just has to watch as XSV Envy are going to make it 1 win away from sending them to the consolation bracket.
Yeah, really tough game. Really, really, really tough game for them. It's just so tough. I've a very
It's tough is definitely what I would call that. But it just starts with the draft, really, because besides Tuba, who was doing anything this game? Like besides Tuba, no one really had that great of a game. And it didn't come through, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it really is going to depend on how XG take this both like draft wise and morale wise, because there's two ways this easily can go is XG go, we got absolutely steamrolled for most of the game. This is pretty much as over as it gets and just give up. Or they can go, we need to save our like this is it. We have one loss and our season's over and we're fighting for $120 instead of a championship. So it's time for us to really put our best foot forward, have our best games of the tournament, hopefully, and get even at least. Like both of these teams entered this 0-2, obviously 1-4. Actually, they matched each other with a 2-1 loss in the first week, 2-0 loss entering this week. And you don't want to go out looking bad because it doesn't bode well for your chances in the consolation bracket either, where you're playing, yes, for $120, but mostly for pride. Like that's where your ego kind of comes in. And I know, oh boy, do league players love playing for their ego. It's their favorite thing, if I've learned anything from playing this game for too many years. And we are back with game number 2. Draft is ready, as we can already see that they are. Okay, the top board was absolutely griefing me, just going back and forth. The Zig's going to be the first ban here for XSV Envy. As XG actually go over to the Ren side. They want that counter pick, potentially. Okay. Not common that we see teams do this, and when they do, it's usually they're pretty confident, which I don't know if XG Surprise are coming in with.
Yeah, as the same bands from the last one. Iron Kane still banned away. And hopefully, I am very clear on the draft this time. I
We'll
don't.
see.
Yeah, there we go. I am coming in clear. Okay, we're good.
Yay. We made it
Yay,
as
we
Yunara
fixed it.
first pick. Okay, this is a
Okay.
champ that we've seen pretty much permabanned at Worlds. The world has decided that she is very good, and no one wants to deal with her anymore. We're tired of her nonsense. She went like 7-1 through the first 2 days, and was said, "That's enough. You're going in the forever box." But here, she is unleashed, and yeah, that's what they needed. They needed to give over another hyper carry, you know, because the Sivir wasn't enough. Evil needs a second hyper carry.
Okay, Xin Zhao, finally.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There's a jungler in the game this time. Good to know.
Yeah. First game, it was really tough. It was a stylistic difference, I think, for the comps. And oh,
No, I don't like that into the Yunara. Because it just loses too
okay.
early.
Our ADC response is there.
Not great, and it's Yunara Braum. GG. Generally, with Yunara, the champs you want to draft into her either can match her early damage output, which
Oh.
Kaisa can't. Okay, there's no sign allowed in this game. Or you want someone like Varus or Caitlyn who completely just outrange her and ignore her damage for most of the game and shoot her in the face from very far distances so she can't get onto them for most team fights. Now you're giving them Braum. She insta-procs Braum Q. Or insta-procs Braum passive, I guess, because his Q only works with the passive. You know what I mean. As what?
Oh.
You're not matching support?
Okay. Nar.
You don't want to
Making
match with
an
like a Roman
appearance.
support? Or an
Is
Alistar or
this the
something? Okay.
first Nar of Emerald?
I'm literally gonna go check because I don't know.
I
Um,
I actually don't think Nar has been picked yet, and it will be locked into 3, so could potentially ban a counter for it, but they will choose the
there
Taliyah.
are. Let's see. Are these actual games played? I would like to know if these are games played. That's a Gnar played by Tuba. That's a Gnar ban against Surprise, and that's a Gnar picked by Tuba. So they've played it twice. Let's see. Did they get the They didn't get the Dubsky on one of them. They did get the Dubsky on the other. They won one Gnar game against Monkey Business. They lost their Gnar game against, I believe that is Conduit Phoenix. You've given yourself a theoretical 50-50. I don't think that's how it works, though. Win rate is not a coin flip, sadly.
Yeah. Okay. I guess this guy's just the Nar man.
He's just a Gnar player, I guess. I don't know. I would have taken a support at this point and saved top counter pick, but what do I know? I'm not in Platinum or Emerald. This is Emerald, not Platinum, but
This
they're
is
basically the
Emerald.
same rank. Let's not troll ourselves. It's the same rank.
Yeah. Basically.
Rakan plays okay into Braum, not the best matchup, and that's Morgana mid. If they lock it in, that's Morgana mid.
Yeah,
And
then that's a tough answer. What do you even answer into Morgana mid that you feel comfortable with?
I
As
personally don't know. I've not seen this champion as okay. They will get the Scion on their side with the Trundle. That's a lot of damage. That's just a lot of front line that you can't break through. I don't know what counters Morg. I know what Morg counters. Like, I I I only pick her into counters in mid because I hate Malzahar with a passion. That champ is annoying.
ooh,
Swain kind
Swain.
of. It's just kind of hard to counter. Not hard to counter Morg. If you have good side steps, you can counter her. I guess that's kind of her whole thing. Is everything relies on her Q. And so Swain, you drain tank her. You just outlast her. That's an option.
Yeah, honestly, could be. But I
Not the
think
worst response I've seen.
I think this is just another comp issue, right? Where you draft the Xin first early, they draft the Trundle. Trundle's really good at the Xin, you know? Xin can't fight back early game against this Trundle unless, support moves first. Um, Really tough measure because then the Yunara is picked, and your immediate response is Kaisa. When the only ADCs gone were Caitlyn, Jinx, and Sivir.
Okay, so they did not have the cape, but you had the Varus as an option. Still.
Yeah,
Or
you
if
had
you really wanted
Varus.
to play if you want to play super safe, you pick Jhin and just never engage. Like that's the ultra safe range play. Or I mean, like yeah, the only two options: don't engage or full send. There's no middle ground, unfortunately, for the Yunara matchup. It's either you don't engage her for as long as possible, or you full send with like a Lucian. This is not one of those options. I mean, kind of. I guess Kaisa technically can win into the Yunara. It's just I think it's such a Yunara favored matchup. It's not even a question what side of the matchup I would want to be on.
Yeah, honestly, it's really just really tough how you approach the level 1 to level 3 for it. I think how you play into the mid game also matters a ton as well. Like, can this Xin Zhao not fall behind early enough? So, it's tough. It's tough.
This is going to be an interesting one because this is going to rely on the mid game, which is like the not the strong point of Surprises draft. They were pretty much just early game in one specific spot, and everywhere else was just never. So this is a gamble. All of this is a gamble. I wouldn't have drafted this. Like, definitely not the Kai'Sa that early, but Gnar not that early either. It's just, Rakan's not awful. It's just, this is kind of a pseudo dive comp, and it's really hard to get onto the back line. Braum, Trundle, Scion, really hard to get through. Morgana's gonna, if she hits a Q, that person's not getting into the back line, and like you're gonna leave your Kai'Sa with Swain. That is quite literally what's gonna happen. You're gonna leave your Kai'Sa with Swain as you are a pretty much a dive comp full send. Like this is a front to back from Envy, and you're responding with dive, and if you don't get the Yunara, you lose.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate game of this is the biggest pinata you've ever hit, because if you don't hit it, then you die. It's not like you don't get candy and someone else gets to get all the glory for breaking the pinata. You just die a lot. And that sounds worse, honestly, than not getting candy, if you ask me.
Interesting. Interesting equation there for any, of course,
And it's
Halloween.
true. You're gonna jump onto the Yunara, you're gonna beat her over the head with sticks and fists and hope she dies.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the like you pop her like a bubble, and the rest of the team should fall because there's not a ton of damage outside of this Yunara and maybe the Trundle. So Yunara goes down. This is a protect the puppy comp, and the puppy died. They shot it dead with the Kaisa is the goal here.
well, we do have a famous puppy kicker as an admin, of course, if
We
you
do. Oh no. Well, we have to do more than kick, unfortunately.
know.
As brutal as the analogy is, kicking is not enough, sadly.
Well, I mean, there's still like angles I think for XG to find a way in, especially if you're able to dominate vision around these short chokes, right? Able to dodge a Morgana Q and allow your Swain or Khan to do a lot with the Gnar. The only problem is how does Xin Zhao fit into that mold?
Well, he does want to go forwards. He also, oh yeah, he just loses early jungle. We saw this yesterday on Masters. It was the Trundle was not nice to the Xin Zhao. The Xin went, I think it was 0-14,
Oh,
while getting Flame Horizoned, and the Trundle was constantly invading his jungle, even before they had a huge advantage. He was just not being very nice. Trundle does just beat Xin Zhao pretty much at every phase of the game, because he can 1v1 him. He doesn't beat him in ganks, obviously, so that's where your that's where your early win con kind of comes in for XG, but Trundle just wins 1v1s outright, like, at almost every point, unless he's massively behind. So good luck with that. Have fun. If you ever lose lane prio, that is a huge other thing. Envy just have infinite wave prio, pretty much. Like, Morg only shoves waves. Yunara pretty much has to shove waves if she ever wants to trade, because she needs her passive up, or she needs her Q up. Trundle's going to have at least mid prio constantly. So you're always at threat of an invade. Which sounds miserable. Haven't experienced it though, so wouldn't know actually.
As someone, I really saw it. I played with it. I played one of my matchups against Sutek in Aegis, and he picked this into the game, and my jungler went 110. So,
Trundle, shockingly good. Like,
Trundle
on the
shockingly very good into a comp where he can abuse, melees.
just
But
yeah, where it's just everyone's close range, free.
yeah, I mean, Kai's just short range. The only Swain loves to be in front, of course. Eventually Swain, I think, can do enough in the later stages of the game, but I think the only person that he just can't do anything against would be the Yunara late game, and that's when you need your Rakan Charmin on them as well to just do as much as you can. This is theoretically the last game for XG Surprise in our bracket. You know, this
Potentially.
is the last stand for them.
Yes, every game is the last stand. The next two games are the last stand, and if they win this one and they go to the next series, more last stands. It never ends. You're just if you go 0-2 or 1-2, you're just always at risk now. Even when you make playoffs, you're just at threatened of losing, and it's kind of scary. It's a great feeling. You should try it.
No, it sounds horrible, actually.
What do you mean?
I
Constant
don't,
threat of elimination sounds incredible.
like constant threat of losing every single game. No, thank you.
It's one way to scare the daylights into your players. To scare the daylights into your players, play better, or else.
Okay, I think that should be enough for that. I think we're going to go ahead and go quickly into a quick little break as the spec delay is almost done and we will fix the overlay and everything. Stay tuned to watch if XG can make the do or die moment.
And we are back as XG on the red side now. Counterpick in their favor. They are facing elimination from BOL Emerald as XSV Envy look to make it to the 1-2 pool with just one more win. And, well, you heard our opinions before the game started. It's not looking great for XG, all things considered.
Yeah, I don't know how you are supposed to look at angles here. You need to make sure that Tuba can have another insane performance like he did last game, as Bromq goes wide.
He's 1-1 on the Gnar, so it's possible. I don't think it's reasonable, but it's possible. Is Sutek thinking thinking a little spicy and going to unspicy, unfortunately. No diving this Gnar level 1.
Yeah, and I think as well as when we look at this, I think we should be able to...
Ooh. They don't win the level 1. They really they should not be up here.
Yeah.
Like,
What's a bit of
if
damage?
Evil can get in range, it's onto the Braum, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter as much as it's another green smite. Even as Xin Zhao.
Okay, now I know you just build this out of habit. Because you should not be building this on Xin. He should be building pretty much blue-red every game, no matter what. Whichever one is general. I think he actually builds red more often, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the W.
Ooh, jump in onto Nella, but they have a ward, so this is just, yeah, you just lose level 1. You just have to accept you lose level 1.
Oh,
This is going to be a second
Spiritless
stun
is
coming
dead.
through. Spiritless, forced to cleanse already. Going to be forced to flash, but flash follow from Evil Fallen, and that's a pretty easy first blood over to the side of XSV.
Guys, Yunara's been out for a while. We know level 1 Yunara is very strong. We don't...
We know her level 1 and
Whoa.
2 insanely strong. Tuba, I don't actually probably did mean to do that. He does have Mega coming up soon, so he's not as scared as he probably is normally. So you can see the PJs, they're turning, they're getting red. He has teeth on the PJs for some reason now.
Oh.
I don't know how that
But,
works. I don't know how they invented that, but they did.
It's so tough because when you look at like this game, you know exactly how you're supposed to be playing it. As Catbill's in a lot of trouble.
Tuba! He's a little good at this champion.
Oh, I guess that's why they kept banning it against them.
It helps that he builds it. Well, he's only been banned once of the 5 games. Now 6 games that they've played so far. Yes, 6 games so far. Only banned once, picked twice. So 50% presence. But Gnar does win this matchup pretty early, so... Oh, weird. Tuba just keeps getting matchups that he wins early.
That's true.
Coincidence? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a draft. That's called draft strategizing.
Yeah, but I mean, going back to this level 1, I don't even know why you contested, you know, Han going
I
early
couldn't
again.
tell you.
As now this
Level
is going to be
3. They have the
Xin Zhao.
jungle. There's no flash, so they could jump in onto Evil as the response is just not there. So Spearless going to be able to pick up 1, and it should be 2. Is Volter flashing away Ziggy? Does he have the W? Does not have the range on it. As Sutek can get this for free. There's no flashes, and he's jumping in. He has so much damage, but he can't get onto Nayla.
That's
Now it's
just
time to
big
retreat.
waste, and
as
Volter went back
Ziggy
in.
jumping in. Over a grand. Why did Volter go back in?
I don't know why Volter went back in. He had enough of this world, and now this Kaisa. We questioned the pick, and it's now 2-1 boxed.
Well, reasonably, it's still a questionable pick. I think one bad play from the opposing team doesn't make it a good pick. As Captain Phil, suffering. As expected.
Yeah.
And kind of deserved. He's playing Scion. I'm so tired of seeing Scion. It's fun sometimes. Like, it was fun when it was just, like, Driver and Rest playing it. Now it's everyone and their mother. And I'm like, guys, this champ's so boring.
And it's Kraken Slayer Kaisa this game. With the heart down
That's pretty
eyes.
normal. Yeah, Kraken Slayer, pretty much the forced item on Kaisa, Yunara, Ashe. Everyone's favorite on-hit champions.
I mean, a good fight there, honestly. Really good angle. They were able to keep that bait going for as long as possible. And then, just able to get enough damage there. Tuba with no
Tuba's fine, except for the flash follow coming through from Captain Phil to get the slow with the shield. So it is another, or well, it's just a kill. Sorry, he didn't get one in the bot lane. Going into the pocket of Sutek. because these are flashless ADCs, and with no jungle around, Spiritless loses, like, so hard.
Yeah.
It isn't even close. They should stop fighting this. Even with the Hearthbound Axe advantage, they still just lose because Yunara has so much attack speed just from raw stats.
Yeah, I agree. I do have to see this, though, as Tiamat completed for the Zenzel, so he's going Titanic Hydra first, which
I don't
is
know how you
interesting.
feel about Titanic Hydra being a rush item, honestly, for Xin more often. I think Sundered Sky is just, it's Sundered Sky. We put it yesterday on stream. It's Sundered Sky.
Yeah, it's Sundered Sky.
You don't need to say anything else. It's Sundered Sky. What else do you need to say? That explains exactly why you should be first building it.
And now, you know, some decent, not real CS lead actually this game. That's like a bit crazy.
Yeah, the issue is that Tuba had some time. Wait, there's Sion ulti. He can't really take these anymore without being in Mega. But problems arose. Captain Phil was able to TP back, obviously, to lane to get the CS and then killed Tuba. And then in the bot lane, it was actually on a reset timer that both of these kills happened. So not a giant advantage as there it is, Noxa! Or whatever he yells. I actually don't know. I never listened to him. And I play in Japanese, so it doesn't help.
He screamed, forward! Oh? Ziggy's here.
Both Jokers are here. Both Jokers are hovering. I don't think either knows that the other's
first.
here. Well, Canella doesn't have the TP to get down as there's the jump in onto Sutek. There should be just a clean disengage. Morg doesn't really... Not the Orianna or the Syndra can't like threaten any actual CC as big turret plating. So yeah, that's Sion Gaming. Who cares? We're all used to it at this point. We know exactly how this goes.
So,
this is nothing
interesting
special.
fight there. It was going to be a disadvantage fight initially, but a bit of a miscommunication. Mila going in on that Trundle and Xin going in on the Braum. So, not able to get a lot there done.
Nothing's
still
burned. I guess
if...
Yeah, definitely, obviously good to not die. That's like the most important thing. They don't get anything, but they don't lose anything really. Like, yeah, you could have gotten a flash or a barrier out or something. But Ziggy's got no camps. Like, he has to reset and go topside. So this is kind of him doing something before. Is Sutek has so much power on these dragons, but he's getting collapsed on. Canella took a reset. There's the jump in. There's no
the flash
available. Flashes out and Sutek goes down. Nella gonna take the kill, but that doesn't really matter as they're looking for the bot lane. ZZ, does he have the never move? He's gonna get stunned up as he's out of ulti actually. Wait, Demonic Ascension's over. This is a ton of damage coming through from the Transcendence, whatever you want to call it, from Evil. And as long as he can keep autoing, he keeps this up, and Nella has no mana, forced to flash away. Oh, this is a top lane fight. Ignore this.
Yep.
We need to go back to bot lane. Doesn't engage.
Yeah, is now the W1.
Evil's out of Transcendence. And Spiritless has ulti and flash and cleanse. Flash forced by the never move of ZZ5. It's another one fight in the favor of XG as... Wait, Canella's gonna get a sick ulti. Oh, wait, Spiritless is gonna have to cleanse here. Like, instantaneously. Another Dark Binding comes through, and you can't cleanse this one. You're gonna have to flash Spiritless. You just gotta accept it.
Oh.
The hunt continues.
It will hit on
Dark
the
Binding?
side there as the
Oh my god, no way, the Dark Binding. Nella so low. Sion ulti in the top side. Meanwhile, all this is happening, and Captain Phil gonna pick up the solo, and that is... Yep, the Sion just wins these later, and they're gonna just try and stop these resets as Ziggy's coming back. Nella forced to jump away. Nice flash Q to keep Esset. Or ZZ5 is Canella with the dark something. Probably dark. Ooh, nice return kill with the
Sutek,
Eye
is
of
he gonna
War.
take damage?
The Vision of War.
Oh, Sutek!
Turret shot forced to flash away. He can't take any more. Canella doesn't have the flash. Has to just walk away. Nice.
Spiritless.
Again.
Boom!
With the snipe from the Void Seeker. 3-1 for the Kaisa now. That is a scary, scary Void-infused thing, woman.
Sorry about that.
She's not a monster, but she's a woman.
I'm really trying to keep it on the bot lane play as well. The camera does want to go top, but Dragon...
You can never turn off directed camera. Woo.
Yeah. As now... Dragon is secured. Spiritless. They punish Sutek again overextending on another play there. It cost them too much. Yes, you do get the Rakan, but the Rakan is worthless in this grand scheme of it. You know, you waste so much time and effort. Fallen also falls there to the Swain. Tuba also dying as well on the top means that this is not going to be favorable for him unless he can get a decent trade here. But he has to...
It's just so hard to fight Sion. It's
Yeah.
just so hard to fight Sion as Gnar now because he has the ulti available. He could just wait for you to run out of your form, so you have no ulti. You have so much less health. You're basically a melee champion. Like, did you know that until max rank, Gnar has less attack range than Apprehend on Darius?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a real fact, and it makes Gnar basically a double melee champion, unless he's into very specific champions. Doesn't make him bad. It's a little no. Yeah, I think it's 325 or it's like 400 range at max, if even. And he has it's not great.
Ziggy. Oh, Ziggy's dead.
Ziggy caught. He has no flash. Dark Binding doesn't connect. That shouldn't really matter as yet. Skid. Ooh, actually good shield there. Sutek actually doesn't get pushed. And Tuba, oh no. Just for the extra value of that, making sure that play comes through. As Spiritless about to get stunned up. No cleanse available. There's the nice two-man Glacial Fissure. Nella going into the quickness, but he's slowed by the Glacial Fissure, so it isn't even that quick, like, is it? They're fishing for it.
Spiritless gets hit.
Oh,
it's Walter
tanking as much as he can, and a great dive there on to the bot lane of XG, and this is back and forth. XG have looked a lot better, but XSV still looking like they really, really want this.
Yeah, you know, the plays are just not working out. Catfill will be able to do a lot of damage here onto the Gnar. We'll go ahead and do the full combo onto him. Tuba able to escape partially.
Flashes away, but he's not getting hit by the turret, so it's just a burnt flash from Tuba, really.
Wait a second, Ziggy
trying to get the revenge on
a Trundle.
Wait, he gets the red. He gets out. This is the power of the Trundle, but he's gonna get taken down by Nella.
Oh no, Tuba.
Tuba so low, but he can't get in range for an auto attack, so Captain Phil will let him live for now. He can hit the minions. He can hit the minions. No, he can't. The perfect decimating smash. Captain Phil's second solo of the game is... Oh, no. Nella's dead. Evil again. Doesn't even need to transcend. Actually, it's perfectly fine for now. Wait, flying into the backlines. Maybe they've gone too deep finally. But Canella going low. Canella getting taken down by the Plasma Procs, but so much damage coming out from Evil Fallen.
Wait, Evil Fallen, he can't get it!
But he's not able to hit anyone.
Oh no.
And now Sutek. Oh no. Sutek is here. ZZ5 down. Is he going to be able to get more? Or is there going to be an escape for XG as teleport coming in from the Scion Captain Phil? They finally spot out the teleport, and he doesn't have the unstoppable force, but he does have a lot of damage, but he's not going to be able to land it. You just got to cut your losses.
What?
No, he's not.
Ziggy, do not walk back. Oh no,
Wait,
Spiritless!
Gonna get the reset cancel. Spiritless, everything is happening. Binds him under the turret. He's gonna pick up a 320 gold sack of flesh for himself, and just chaos has broken out in the bot lane.
What is happening, man? We can't get a moment to breathe.
Violent. No, there is no rest. No rest for the wicked. No rest for those who are desperate to survive.
And now that's another tower plating. Wait, that was full tower plating top. We're 13 and a half, 40 minutes, 13:45 in. There's 21 kills. Tower platings have just fallen. That is
no, not even.
11.
They haven't fallen. Captain Phil.
That's 11 tower plates taken for this side of XSV. As ZZ5 is just gonna have to fist fight again.
You don't win this. Ziggy maybe can save this play. Vision of War doing a lot of damage, but he's able to dash away and the stun coming through. There's the laser. It's basically a locked ulti. It doesn't even make sense, but it's a double kill for Evil Fallen. As there's the damage actually coming in onto Nella. Nella going in too deep. They're gonna get this dive. Volter tanking for as long as he can. He's gonna actually die here to Nella from the turret. Sutek is down too. Spiritless has the ulti, but he's waiting for as long as he can, but it's not going to be enough. It is a nice shutdown onto Spiritless. What is happening? Everything's happening.
What is happening? How is this Kaisa 5-3? Did we watch the same level 1 box?
Look with at the slight microscopic gold lead. Barely a gold lead as Canella will drop in just everything. What is happening?
No.
The amount of like crazy plays and misplays that have happened. Spiritless able to get away from the unstoppable onslaught, but that is all you'll be able to get. Evil Fallen picks up kill number 6 for themselves. Is Tuba about to go mega?
Yeah, this is a decent fight here. Oh, goes
Oh,
on Evil
trying to get the
Fallen.
ulti. Great flash from Evil. He's no longer transcend, or he was never transcended, but he's out of the cube off. But it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3 over to Evil Fallen already, and they're trying to keep this one rolling. Oh, he misses.
Oh.
No. That is
Oh,
the
wait, he
pain of
got
being
the
a ranged
Evo.
champion.
Wait,
Quickly,
don't
he
pull
pulls them.
him.
Why do you pull them?
Why did you
No.
pull him?
No.
Why?
Unofficial quadra kill to Evil Fallen. 9, 3, and 1. And that is why this Kai'Sa was 6, 3, and 2. Because Evil Fallen has more kills still, and they're fine with it.
Oh my goodness, what is happening? Wait, we had 3 more minutes, and we had we had 10 kills in 3 minutes.
We had as many towers taken as objectives at that point.
What? What is going on?
16 minutes into the game, we had as many turrets taken as objectives taken in the entire game. Usually it's the other way around.
Oh my
How much gold is
God.
on this Scion? Because I'm 96% certain. Yep, that's a lot of money. As Canella just soloed the Rift Herald. What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
We,
At this point, I'm scared to ask.
We have 31 kills in 16 and a half minutes. We added 10 kills in 3 minutes. We just got our 3rd and 4th objectives taken. 16 minutes into the game, may I remind you. We had a support and mid laner fighting over the Rift Herald. What is League of Legends?
Honestly, I'm here for a show. Are you not entertained?
This is so much better than last game, because last game was XG keeling over and dying. This is the opposite of that, as there's the jump in with the unstoppable onslaught. He's tanking the turret. He doesn't care. He's 3,500 HP already.
Yeah.
Don't
Honestly.
crash this into this turret. Another great Herald play. Can they get anything else off the back of this? As there's the flank coming in. Hold on. Wait a second. They're just going to continue pushing forwards. They don't really give a damn. These turrets don't mean anything.
Wait, ZZ5.
As ZZ5 trying to get again. Nice ulti from Zella. But it's not going to be enough, as Evil Fallen is not even transcending. He's just doing all the damage he wants. He doesn't give a damn. And flying into the back line now. Spiritless finally will get that shutdown, but dies to the Trundle. It's 4 down. It's 2 for Evil Fallen, 2 for Sutek, and they're going to go for the end at 1740. We could be seeing an end angle. They won't. They're going to back off. Okay. Holy piss. As they're going to get the recall out of 2, but what is this game?
That is a 8k gold lead at 18 minutes.
We're at 36 kills. We've 2 kills per minute combined.
What is happening? Where are we? Are we like in the
Where was this
zone?
last game? Where was this last game, XG?
Are we?
Like, they look so... I mean, it's not great. Yeah, you're losing more fights than you're winning, but, like, this is a sense of urgency and, like, sending it and confidence that we were not seeing from them last game. They were very okay with just letting the game happen to them.
I mean, it's
No, we are not in the Shadow Realm. We are an Emerald. We're not in the we're not in the Twilight Zone. We are an Emerald.
Yeah.
Welcome to solo queue.
I think the way you look at this as well is just...
What a buffer. Tuba getting the 1v1. He's barely hurting him. Ziggy's just gonna show up, and Captain Phil throwing the thumbs up. It's not the Team Liquid thumbs up, which is my new favorite emote, by the way. I love that thing. Just a big thumbs up. We're giving you a big thumbs up. Are they gonna full send on to the Scion?
What do you even do?
Miss.
No, you could do
and then that. They could get this.
Yeah, this
probably.
is a kill. This is a free kill.
This should be a kill, but they're losing their whole... They're losing their entire bot half for this. Like, this is a tier 2 going down.
Yeah.
Camfield doesn't care. Okay, Ziggy's fine. Like, his only no, why do you do... Stop griefing yourself and your team with these polls, dude.
Please stop grabbing him.
It's literally neuron activation with these dudes. Like, they will hit the E and are like, oh, we gotta recast it. We gotta recast it every time. It's like, no, stop it.
Please stop hitting your E. Please let him go.
Literally hit it and then don't pull. You don't need to pull every time. In the same way I tell, like, Veigar players and Smolder players, like, you don't need to sack every minion. You don't need to recast every recastable ability. just because you hit it. Like,
Oh,
just because you hit your hook shot on Camille does not mean you need to send your hook shot, or like, just because you hit it on a wall does not mean you need to full send it to the nearest enemy, you know? Kind of thing.
yeah. Oh,
Or
man.
do. It's honestly way more entertaining for us, obviously, as we are in something. Oh, he'll
Nice
crush
little
them all, he
dodge.
says. As he gets charmed. Nice 3-man. It's only going to be a 2-man ulti as there's the good push away to actually cancel the ulti.
Wait a
Furthermore,
second, this
got
is a
him. Is
winning
it going to
fight!
even be enough? 4-man decimating smash. It's not a winning fight. Look at the damage coming out from XSV. As I don't know what she's saying, but it means nothing nice clearly as it is 4 off the rift for XG, and it looks like it's going to be the Nexus joining them in the gray screen gaming.
Well, it was close. You know, you have to give them that. They did put up a
I
good
don't think it was
fight.
close. They didn't it wasn't close, but they did go down swinging. That is like the silver, not even the silver lining, but like the admiral thing. They didn't just let it happen. No, they went full send. We were like, we're gonna just do what we can. If we win these team fights, we win them. If not, so be it.
Yeah, and
Which is awesome.
unfortunately, that's the game. That is it for
That's your season,
XGC.
unfortunately. Well, it's not your season. It's your main playoff season. Does that it's weird. They are going to the compensation bracket at 0-3 after a 1-5 or 1-6 game score in the tournament, but hey, there's still stuff to look for, and it looks like they had a good time. I would assume they had a good time in that one, at least, just getting to full send every fight. I don't know. They would have stopped eventually if they weren't. I think. Clearly, the other team didn't have stop at all. I mean, they were pushing every advantage, but yeah, just eventually. I think it was the Scion, honestly. Like the 1v1 was going so poorly, the Scion just kind of got to get ahead for free, and eventually that became too much of a problem, is what it seems. Because the rest of the map was relatively even, honestly. Like the ADCs were pretty much dead even for most of the game until the gold explosion happened, of course, but also giving Scion like a turret and a half. All of them played it as well. Not going to do well for your economy, sadly. 21 is pretty fast. It's a sub 30. Let's oh, they do give us the time for this. Ooh, we were beaten in speed actually. Or no, 51 minutes? Oh, we weren't. Actually, we have the results of oh, hi Baxter, MBK. MBK. Dang. Dorado Gaming and Crowd Control finished their 1-1 series actually, and it was 54-20. So we got very close to being top today in terms of speed. Clearly, Dorado wanted to go home early too. No, we are, but we are barely faster. Dorado wanted to go home too. They were not having it. We get to go. Yeah, they weren't on stream, so we got to go home. We win. We're the real winners here. That is true. After game 2, I think whoever's watching this, the true winners, because they just saw. Yeah, this is like the textbook definition of a clown fiesta. Just both teams just team fighting constantly. No regard for their lives. But for XSV, you have another lease on life. It's still 2 more best of 3. It's not looking pretty because it's still 4 more games you have to win, which you still haven't done in this tournament overall, but that's a hell of a lot better than 6, and if you can win 2, that makes it 2, and that's hell of a lot better than 4, so it's baby steps to claw your way back into the playoffs, hopefully, for XSV. But for XG consolation, you got 120 bucks and pride on the line. We'll see what you can do. It's someone else is joining you. We don't actually know what the other O2 match is, but someone else is joining them tonight, as that is how match days work, of course. And I think we'll are we rating Maine? Because Maine is definitely still going. Okay, yeah. So you guys will be joining up to watch Team Solo Invade versus Sin Squad Zero in a battle for the first 3-0, or for one of the two 3-0 spots in the playoff, or well, 3-0 spots in the Swiss and one of the first spots in the playoffs. So hope you guys enjoy that one, as we will be sending it, or well, we will be going home and taking naps until Glor Snacks, at least. I can go to sleep fully. Glor Snacks, you'll see him on the draw show later, as we'll have a bunch of 1-2 and 2-1 teams to put into matches, hopefully. We got plenty in this game. We got plenty of spice in our game, so I think I'm happy at least.